There's a bigger reason why Prince Harry just may now need his elder brother, His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, Prince William. As ever, let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you today in a sea of daffodils. I hope you like them. I do, absolutely. Don't they look lovely? Sadly, daffodils don't last long though, do they? Have you noticed that? They go very quickly. It's a sort of moment in spring where you really look forward to them and then seemingly they've gone and it's now, another flower. I suppose that's Mother Nature, isn't it? There's me getting all poetic, but it's true, isn't it? You sort of see these wonderful flowers that you only see at certain times of the year. And daffodils, I think it's the lemon, the yellow about them. They just cheer you up, don't they? Absolutely. Back as ever to your role story of the day. It's a difficult thing, for Prince Harry, because as the anniversary of the Invictus Games heads up in May of this year, not too long now, let's be honest, it's supposed to be this massive celebration. But as we saw earlier this year, when Meghan and Harry went back over to Canada, Vancouver, to try and relaunch it for the previous, should I say the next year of the Invictus Games, things really didn't necessarily go to plan. A lot of focus on Meghan's outfits, makeup, hair, all the usual stuff, and I'm not blaming her for that on this particular occasion. It is the magazines that truly focus on that, but there was a bigger issue behind that, and that was to raise funds, sponsorship deals, all that sort of stuff, because some of them are not that keen, in fact, to sponsor it now. A lot of people have suggested it's simply being hijacked by the Sussexes for their own ends. And when you look at it, it very much was the Harry and Meghan show, wasn't it? It wasn't necessarily all about the Invictus Games. But as the celebrations come up over here, the 10th anniversary in May, which of course is going to be set to a wonderful celebration at St. Paul's Cathedral, the bosses, the real cheeses behind the event of Invictus would very much like, as I told you previously, Prince William to attend. Now this really, whether Harry and Meghan like this or not, is absolutely pivotal, because as we learned, His Royal Highness Prince William was very kind in donating a sizable chunk of the money that he received from News UK to the Invictus, something that Harry failed to mention while speaking about his elder brother inside the court. I thought that was a little bit below the belt, to be brutally honest with you, because if somebody donated so much to the charity, recognition is the name of the game. And you see, by having a proper royal, a senior royal, attached to this event, they believe, as has happened with William's Earthshot prize, that the thing is, people do want to sponsor things associated with the Prince of Wales. You see, so Harry and Meghan have this huge dilemma. Do they allow, and he wouldn't really be a case of that, William and hopefully Catherine to be involved at some point in the celebration of the Invictus, something that he was very much part of. Both were at the very start, all about, the heads together, all of that sort of stuff stemmed from the Invictus Games. The bigger problem, of course, if Harry and Meghan throw their toys out the pram and say they don't necessarily want that, then can they shore up the relevant sponsorship deals that are required to make this a success? One might suggest not, because when you look at, say, America Riviera Orchard, Meghan's lifestyle brand, one already should have had a major sponsor backing that. Seemingly not many people are coming forward. And I've been told that the Invictus Games over in Canada next year are still at the very early stages of sponsorship chats. Right now, they should have been locked down, and of course, all of that should be out in the public domain, the media domain. So for now, it's going to be rather tough and difficult, of course, for Harry, Meghan, William and Catherine, because it really will show who needs who to make these wonderful events like the Invictus such a success. It's a developing story. When I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean, surrounded by beautiful daffodils.